those strings on me.
Ya llegamos
Y esto es...
al Preli. Mundo Gloop sent the chronology of the series on sabbatical, just to win exclusive of the releases. It turns out Emotion is number 18 of the series, skipping 5 episodes. And oh boy, it shows, because in this episode, Adrien and Marinette are already a couple. And we even see that they are about to kiss, and this time it's real. They are not hypnotized, it's not a what if, they will not lose their memories, it's for real.
It's been 84 years.
Marinette reveals that they both already confessed their feelings to each other.
Adrinette.
Sorry, just got excited there about...
Adrinette.
Keep talking.
Let's ignore that. But they still haven't kissed because something always come up and Adrien has to leave. And as you can see, Andre is bouncing off the walls because his OTP came true.
Marinette talks to her friends, confused about her boyfriend's constant absences, so they tell her about the Diamond Dance. This is an annual ball that Gabriel Agreste organized for his most powerful friends, who gather to present their greatest treasures, their hairs. In other words, their sons and daughters. Gabriel and Tomoe are going to present theirs as king and queen. Kagami, you are already a queen to us, being the most important members of the party.
We see that Layla and Kagami are friends, a friendship that grew stronger in perfection, though we don't know why Layla was interested in Kagami in the first place. Anyway, she asks Kagami if she was invited to the party, to which she says...
Não, você não é uma pedra preciosa.
Thanks to her talk with Zoe, Marinette puts herself in Adrien's shoes and understands that even if he doesn't want to go, he has to, because he has a lot of pressure being the heir of Gabriel Agreste. And since Marinette helped him break free from his modeling career, she believes that Adrien didn't tell her about the dance to not disappoint her since he's still under his father's control.
Already at the party, we can see that Gabriel's arm is getting worse, and Natalie is coughing.
Don't cry for me, I'm already dead.
Here we see that the tensions between them continue, as she defends Adrien's freedom, while Gabriel says that he must follow his orders. You know, a reference to Adrien being a sentimonster.
Here, Kagami begins to laugh since Adrien is arriving late, which bothers his father, something that she later recognizes. But come on, Adrien wouldn't act that way. It's actually Felix who just wanted to annoy his uncle in any way possible.
Marinette manages to infiltrate the party, which has a futuristic style. The party is full of classicists, where they see poor people as inferior and enjoy humiliating their bubblers. And the cherry on the cake is all the children are copies of Chloe, with the same attitude and even the same dialogues.
Ela é cafona, muito cafona.
Okay, stop copying me. Stop copying me!
Meanwhile, the queen comments that she is having feelings for Adrien again, because he's more assertive and strong. Although we don't know if she is referring to things that have happened in the skipped episodes, or if she is talking about the rebellion that Felix showed in this episode. Something important, because that depends on whether Kagami is having feelings for Felix or for Adrien. Either way, she respects the relationship he has with Marinette because she's her friend and she is not going to meddle with them. Later, Marinette interrupts the ceremony to talk to Adrien and show her support, and I suppose that the most prudent thing to do was to tell him that later at school, because now she has made herself an enemy of Gabriel Agreste. In any case, the important thing is that Marinette tells Adrien that she loves him without stuttering or messing things up.
Woo! Yeah, baby! That's what I've been waiting for. That's what it's all about. Woo!
I need to see the episodes that Gloop skip.
I need it!
And not only that, because later Marinette recognized Felix, something she couldn't do in Risk, which means she already knows Adrien much better.
At this interruption, Chloe realizes that it is Marinette, and after a bit of classism on her part, Felix just wants to keep messing up his uncle's party and starts dancing with the baker, until they finally find out that it's Felix and...
What the fuck? What just happened? Don't stop, Frankie!
Argos has his own Sentimonster that allows him to snap away anyone who has bathed in its moonlight, a clear reference to how Sentimonsters disappear. Practically, Felix switched roles and now they are at his mercy. Argos goes full Thanos and full
Eat the rich!
and begins the slaughter.
And well, I think it's time to talk about the big reveals. It turns out that not only Felix and Adrian are Sentimonsters, so are Amelie and Kagami, and we even already have a theory of the backstory that explains all of this.
First, you have to understand that Gabriel sees Adrian as a diamond, a treasure whose main objective is to obey him, because Gabriel is a person who wants to control everything, people and even death. He has high expectations for his son, seeing him more as a project than a human.
With that in mind, our theory goes like this. When Gabriel and Emily found the Peacock Miraculous, they realized that they had the power to create living beings and control them at will. To which Gabriel was like...
Perfect.
because he wanted to have the perfect son.
For some reason we still can explain, Emily agreed and created Felix. However, something did not convince Gabriel and he wanted to try again. Thus, Felix would become the first attempt to create Adrian. Something curious because in real life, it was precisely like that. Felix is the unused version of Adrian.
What an unbelievable coincidence!
Going back to theory, Gabriel wanted to make it disappear, but Emily, so kind, created him a mother, Amelie, using herself as a base. And yes, this episode strongly implies that Amelie is a Sentimonster, and these are the clues.
For starters, she is helping Felix and knows that he has the Peacock Miraculous. Then, when Gabriel takes her out of a party and Natalie tells her that she is obligated to help Gabriel, Amelie tells her that there's always a choice, showing that, just like Felix, she highly values freedom. But the strongest clue is when Felix confronts Gabriel and mentions that he, Adrian, and his mom are the people his uncle is trying to control and turn into what he wants.
So, back to theory, the Agrest tried once again to create the perfect child, and here is where Tomoe may enter, because at the end of Perfection, it is revealed that Gabriel owes everything to her, and although we don't know what she is referring to, she may be talking about Adrian. Thus, on this second occasion, Emily would create Adrian and Kagami together, destined to be in love, because in the trailer for Protection, Tomoe and Gabriel implied that Kagami and Adrian were made for each other, perfection with perfection.
And yes, Kagami is also a Sentimonster. Like Adrian, she always obeys her mother. When talking to Felix, he comments how she is her mother's puppet, and that as free as Kagami thinks she is, her mother keeps pulling the strings.
In Perfection, she says that she will always be perfect.
Hold on, am I a Sentimonster?
She also mentioned that she has feelings for Adrian that she can't understand, which could refer to the fact that they were made for each other. And finally, there is her ring, which leaves Felix surprised, although we still don't know if Kagami Samok is in that ring or what the hell.
Now, we are not sure if Emily created her or maybe it was Tomoe. Even if it was her, they still need to explain how she did to stay alive after using the Peacock Miraculous. And hold on, I'm already seeing you type, could it be that she used the Miraculous and that's why she went blind? It doesn't make sense that she ended up blind, but Emily and Natalie didn't.
Continuing with the theory, we don't know anything about Cold Fathom, Felix's father.
That's mysterious. Very mysterious.
It may have been a human who had control over his wife and son, and it wasn't until he died that Felix and Amelie were free.
The other option is that it was also a Sentimonster. Let's remember that Cole died on dates close to Emily.
Coincidence? I think not!
So there may be a connection between those two events. Perhaps Gabriel could have pressured Emily to disappear cold to see if it would improve her health. That way, Felix would see his father disappear and discover that he and his mother are Sentimonsters.
I have a flair for the dramatic.
Whatever the reason, it is very likely that Cole's death was the trigger for Felix to start his fight for his freedom, his main enemy being the control freak Gabriel Agrest. Which brings us back to this episode, where Argos says that he will put an end to Gabriel's constant attempts to control people. And with his new power, Argos really turned the tables, as now it is the Sentimonster that is released from the beater.
Always expect the unexpected.
Well, that was a very long theory, But the episode isn't over yet. Argos takes Marinette to the garbage to hide her and...
Oh well, back to the dump. To the dump, to the dump, to the dump, 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 to the dump, to the dump, to the dump.
Marinette, why did you not take the Miraculous from him? Ah!
And here begins one of the best scenes of Miraculous. Argos starts to sing while eliminating everyone around him.
Os olhos veem, não é o que importa, nem tudo que brilha é ouro.
He sings about how appearances can be deceiving, how he can do what he wants by snapping his fingers, and how he feels superior with the power he possesses.
And finally, Ladybug and Argos met. Obviously, Ladybug is furious with Felix, since it was him the reason why she lost all the Miraculous. It is revealed that Argos wants Lady and Shed Miraculous to create a better world, one where no one is under the control of other people, where no one is excluded like he was. Something that reinforces our theory that Felix is the first attempt to create Adrien.
He also wants a world without people like Ladybug who decide what is good and bad, who has the power and who doesn't. And he doesn't care about the price to pay because he has nothing to lose.
Whoa, just take it easy, man.
Although he doesn't say so explicitly, Argos wants to ask for a world where the Sentimonsters are free to do what they want and their lives are not at the mercy of the Miraculous of the Peacock. Hashtag Sentimonster Lives Matters.
Ladybug feels cornered and summons her lucky charm, but nothing appears. And Ladybug is all like,
No, 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 no. Wait. Wait.
Apparently, the Lucky Charm gives her an object that guarantees her victory. But in the circumstances Ladybug was in at the time, there was no way to defeat Felix. Not even the plot armor could save her.
The only way to win was to be defeated by Felix, because when she disappeared, so did her Miraculous. And then there was no way Felix could make his wish. Thus, Felix tries to achieve his ideal world where everyone is free through the power of his Sentimonster by making all humans disappear.
And at first he was happy, but by hurting the feelings of her Senti-siblings, he realized that with his own power he cannot achieve his goals. That's why he brings everyone back, including Ladybug. A very risky plan, but it worked.
But it's the best bad idea we have.
Felix is very happy when suddenly Kagami appears claiming that he disappeared everyone, but he tells her he's not that evil, bringing back Adrien. Here, something very strange is revealed to us, and it is that Felix appreciates Adrien very much.
We find out that he is the last person who would harm him, and that he has done all of this to free him from his uncle's control. It is even because of this appreciation that he left Marinette alive.
This is surely because Felix must feel very sorry for Adrien, because he knows he is a Sentimonster who is still in control of his creators. The same goes for Kagami. That is why he wants the best for his Senti-siblings. But then, if he loves Adrien so much, why did he make his life miserable when he first appeared? Because let's remember that he posed as him and was ruining his friendships.
Ah, yeah. Well, whenever you notice something like that, a wizard did it.
We see a flashback that explains how Felix posed as Adrien. It turns out that, at the beginning of the episode, Felix spoke to his cousin in the bathrooms. The strange thing here is that Adrien was not afraid that a weird blue guy with a red light talked to him. But even more strange is that he recognized that his cousin is Argos. His identity is supposed to be protected by Kwami's magic. So why could Adrien recognize his cousin but not his dad or Marinette?
Wizard.
Well, either way, apparently Felix made a replica of Adrien's ring where he put his Sentimonsters amok into, while Adrien's original Miraculous disappeared along with him just as Ladybug's earrings did.
Back to the present, Adrien asks to see Marinette, and Felix realizes that she is not in the trash. She tries to bring her back, but it's like,
I can't do it, Mr. Krabs!
He says it's like she doesn't exist, and he's right, because right now she's transformed into Ladybug.
Before that, they practically gaslight Felix, making him believe that he has no control over his powers. And when he sees the damage he can do, he regrets having created the Red Moon. Which brings us to this extremely sad scene where Felix, afraid of losing control again, frees his friend, his sister, from her existence.
And seeing how Felix's heart broke by killing one of them, I doubt he'll ever create another Sentimonster so lightly.
And this episode ends with Gabriel making several new enemies. His relationship with Natalie is already tense. Also, in the episode Perfection, the first problems with Tomoe already started.
But in this episode, he already made enemies with Amelie. When rejected by Gabriel, she sees him as a monster because she realizes that he hates them. On the other hand is Lila, whom Gabriel humiliates by comparing her to a bottle of perfume. That is why Lila prepares to face him, and in fact, she already knows that he is Monarch.
And finally, there is Marinette, because Gabriel no longer wants Adrien to be talking with her. In fact, the reason Adrien didn't tell Mary about the party was that his dad told him too.
Back at his house, Gabriel scolds him for having told her about the party. Although Gabriel is just dumb, because Adrien didn't say anything to her. Marinette found out because Gabriel literally announced his party to half the world. It was all over the internet and even the press was there. Besides, the party wasn't ruined by her. It was all because of Felix. But the thing is to screw Adrien, right?
Gabriel forbids Adrien to talk about Marinette touching the ring, so it's a Sentimonster order. Adrinette is in trouble. That hog moth, not only getting in the way of Ladybug and Cat Noir as heroes, but also as civilians.
And lastly, Marinette's initiative of talking with Gabriel inspired Kagami to talk to her mom. So let's see what happens with that next conversation. The rebellion of the Sentimonsters has begun. First Felix, then Adrien, and now Kagami.